All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Blackhawk Technical College, going over the SAM's Teach Yourself Bootstrap in 24 Hours text for the 152-158 Advanced Website Development class for the fall 2016 semester. And again, I'm doing this a little bit off. I'm going through 24, then I'm going to do a 20, 21, and 23, but the author's got 5 different objectives in here. We'll learn where to find some great editors for working with Bootstrap, some of which are free, how to use theme builders and other customizing tools, which again, many are free, how to use Bootstrap in WordPress, including building a theme. If I'm the person who teaches in the spring 2017 semester, if I'm the person who teaches the design and implementation projects class, that will be a class in WordPress. All right. How to get more help from the Bootstrap community and where to find inspiration for Bootstrap designs. All right. The biggest problem that we've had thus far is we haven't gone in and looked at a lot of different things that you can change. So in other words, it's very easy to write a very generic, vanilla-looking type of website using Bootstrap. So this chapter talks about some of the tools, add-ons, etc. that you can use to improve your site. It also shows you some some existing websites that have been built with Bootstrap, so you get some kind of an idea what else you can do. They talk about how to use Bootstrap in WordPress and a little bit about the Bootstrap community. All right, the best editor for Bootstrap is the one you already use and are comfortable with. Well, that's one of the reasons I've been using Notepad++, but there are more. Now, if you've never heard of these before, they're kind of cool. They talk about web editors right here. And this starts on the bottom again of page 389, but it goes on to page 390, 391. And the author says a number of online and offline web editors exist that you can use to create sites in Bootstrap. All right, when you're looking for your editor, here's a few things you should look for. Is it a visual editor or a code editor or both? Ideally, it would be both. All right, one of the things that we'll look at, we've looked at it a little bit in the when I gave you the preview of the ASP.NET class, but in ASP.NET, you can be in design mode, source mode, or kind of a combination mode. That's kind of what you'd be looking for here. Can you modify the CSS, add components, and include Bootstrap JavaScript elements? Can you edit the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript beyond the Bootstrap features? Can you edit and compile less in Sass, which again we'll talk about in an upcoming lecture? And can you use existing themes or styles? It says it may be tempting to evaluate editors based on choice because after all, Bootstrap is free. But just because it's free doesn't mean, if you're creating a website for someone, you want it to look as nice as possible. So the author found 6 online applications you can use to create and edit Bootstrap pages. The first is bootply.com. All right. And, sorry. And just so you know, the advantage of using bootply.com is it's one of those. It is not free, but it has a free component that you can use. All right? So notice, offers a free service as well as paid options. So what you're going to get is you'll get, what's the old saying, half a loaf? They try to give you some of the stuff, but they don't want to give you everything because it's not supposed to be free. All right. Boot theme. Notice it's free for non-commercial use for up to 5 applications, and for commercial applications, it's $10 a month. Bricks.io, which starts at $5 a month with a 14-day free trial. It has a visual editor, pre-made templates, and it exports your sites as HTML5. divshot.com offers a free basic account with more advanced accounts starting at $20 per month. Now you might look at that and start saying, well, geez, $20 a month, that's, $240 a year. Yeah. If you use it for a few months, it might be worth your time. Here's jetstrap.com. And finally, layoutit.com. All right, you'll notice here, watch a demo.
We will now show you how to create a basic page using Layoutit. In blue, you can see the structure that we're going to add using our drag and drop interface.
And the good news
one
about
for the menu,
and I gotta figure out
and
how
the
to
others
turn
for the
that
carousel.
off. All right. It'll do a lot of the work for you. Now, that said, I'm not telling you to use these and find something and plug it in where you don't have to do any work yourself. No. But once you learn the underlying concepts, it's kind of nice. Here's 4 offline applications that support creating and editing Bootstrap websites. Boot UI, as it says, you can have it for Windows and Mac for $50. And you can use it, it'll create templates for you, etc. Pinegrow.com, again, Mac and Windows and Linux starting at $49. Many of these have a very, to me, generic looking interface. Dreamweaver, the 2015 version comes with built-in integration for Bootstrap. And finally, Pingendo, I think it is. It's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux for free. It's a visual editor that allows you to edit CSS and components, but not edit JavaScript. All right, theme builders and customizers. It says you can find tools that let you edit Bootstrap themes and customize Bootstrap websites. This is on 391 and 392. The author found 6 online free theme builders. Bootstrap Magic. I'm waiting for it. Bootstrap Watcher. I've actually used this one for a different time when I went over some Bootstrap stuff in a different class. lavishbootstrap.com. Paintstrap. This was built using Bootstrap. You can pretty much tell taking a look at it. Style Bootstrap. Twitter's Bootstrap 3 Navbar Generator. Again, these are all free things that you can go and take a look at. And the author found 2 generators that will help generate Bootstrap HTML code for forms and buttons. Form Builder for Bootstrap and Twitter Bootstrap Button Generator. So there are plenty of packages out there. There are other ones. I'm sure the author did not just go out and Google. All right, she probably took a look at, because there are more out there than are shown right here. As mentioned here, for Bootstrap in WordPress, bottom of 392 and going on to 393. Bootstrap is a great framework for building websites, but what if you want to use it as a content management system like WordPress? If you don't know what a content management system is, you can Google it, but basically it's a way to put out information. You can look at it, it's kind of the quintessential blog, but normally there's more in it than that. It allows you to add things, remove things, update things type of thing. If you want to use WordPress with Bootstrap, you have 3 options. You can use a plugin to extend Bootstrap to WordPress. And they talk about this on 393 and 394. It says if you search the WordPress plugin site, you'll find a lot of plugins that allow you to extend your sites with Bootstrap. Two of the ones the author likes are Easy Bootstrap Shortcodes and WordPress Twitter Bootstrap CSS. Finding a Bootstrap theme for WordPress says if you search the WordPress theme directory, which is here, you'll find a lot of themes, a lot of these which use Bootstrap. Again, I could always come out here and I could come into Google, WordPress themes using Bootstrap 3. All right, 873,000 hits, including things like this, 25 best free WordPress themes built with Bootstrap, 30 best Bootstrap WordPress themes. All right, you'll always find a lot of that kind of stuff out there. You can also build your own WordPress theme. So as it says, building it is the best way to get all the features, plus it allows you to customize it in a way that's uniquely yours. All right, extending Bootstrap with third-party add-ons. As we're moving ahead, and I'm up to the bottom of page 401. It says one of the great things about Bootstrap is the number of people who use it, which is in the millions. The good news is, for example, they're not going to come out and actually release Bootstrap 4 until it's been tested and tested and tested some more. All right? All right. Themes are the first place to look when deciding to upgrade your website. So if you've got a very blah-looking site, you can go here. There's bootswatch.com, and it's got 16 free themes. All right? There they are. So for example, I'm going to come over here to Sandstone. Maybe not the best, but you see it. The problem that you get, again, with using this stuff is if there's only 16, a lot of people are going to use those because they're free. All right? It says if you really want to take your Bootstrap site and make it look different from other sites, you'll need to get a new template as well as a theme. A template can help you see the potential for your website. Bootstrap 0 offers hundreds of free templates. It claims to be the largest source of free open source templates. Says the place you get the most bang for your buck, though, is professional templates. Professional doesn't have to mean expensive. It can be as cheap as a few bucks. It can be as expensive as hundreds of dollars. All right, Bootstrap Plugins. And as I'm perusing my way through here, this is the bottom of page 402. And as it says, things that you can add with plugins include light boxes, which we've seen before, photo galleries, well, we're calling them carousels, but it's the same kind of an idea, notifications and dialog boxes, well, we already talked about modal, web form helpers. All right, things like date pickers, number inputs, etc. All right, we've already mentioned the Bootstrap community. So the author gives you a few places here that you might want to consider going online. Notice there's a Twitter Bootstrap community forum, a good place to go if you want to pose questions. The Stack Exchange, which is on Stack Overflow, but it's the Stack Overflow that's pretty much committed to questions about Bootstrap. Reddit.com. Okay? All right. Beautiful Bootstrap websites. Now this starts on the really on page, the bottom of page 403, and it goes on to 404, 405, 406, and 407. The author says you can create beautiful websites using the Bootstrap framework. You'll find lots of examples on builtwithbootstrap.com. It says you can even submit your own sites now that you're finished with this book. So here's an example, another example, another example, and another example. Again, this is my hope for this class, is that you're going to take what you learn here and use it as a jumping off point and go from there and add more stuff to it. Again, Bootstrap is a great framework and you can build great sites with it. So this hour talked about how to extend Bootstrap knowledge, and it gave you a bunch of different ways that can be done. The Q&A that's on page 408, I believe it is in the book. Yes. There's two questions. First, what's the difference between a theme and a template? A theme refers to the less variables you can modify to make your website use different colors and typography. A template has all of the different files you need to build a custom website. So again, CSS, JavaScript, etc. All right. And finally, can I use jQuery plugins if I can't find a Bootstrap plugin I like? All right. And the answer is yes. All right. Final quiz for Chapter 24. Question 1. Which of these is not something you need to look for in a Bootstrap web editor? A. Does it edit the Bootstrap CSS? You don't want to edit that anyway. Okay. Number 2, when should you use the theme builder? The answer is C, when you have a color palette and the HTML for a layout. Number 3, why should you use a WordPress plugin to incorporate Bootstrap? And the answer is D, so you don't have to make any big changes to your site theme. Number 4, testing a Bootstrap theme is not important. That's definitely false. It's very important. Number 5, which of the following is not true about building a Bootstrap WordPress theme? The answer is B. It's quick and easy to do. All right. Building a WordPress theme on your own can take a long time, and it can be quite, for lack of better words, challenging. Number 6, true or false? There are both online and offline Bootstrap editors. That's true. We already saw that. Number 7, which of these is the best way, move that up, which of these is the best way to quickly change the look of a Bootstrap site? And the answer is D, use a pre-built theme or template. Number 8, what's the difference between a plugin and an add-on? All right, there really is no difference, so the answer is A. Number 9, true or false, there are a lot of people using Bootstrap. True, probably millions. Number 10, all Bootstrap sites look the same. Of course, that would be false. All right, so again, I will be back by the time this is up there, by next Wednesday, which is the 18th in the afternoon. I will have all 24 chapters done. And what I'm going to try to do, no guarantees, is to go out to webcodegeeks.com, look here, and under the Bootstrap, under the Bootstrap, there are 11 different examples: tabs, popover, panel, tooltip, layout, form, drop-down menu, table, navbar, grid, and modal. These are very similar to the ones I've already done for you, but I'd like to at least go out to each one of those, all right, take a look at what's there, copy them in for you, and have those available so that you'll be able to take a look at them. So I'll be talking to you again soon.